The colorless Sukuru Tsuzaku in his Years of Pilgrimage by Haruki Murakami. Haruki. Which, you know, everyone has feelings about Murakami, which I do too, but like this one I read when I was an incredibly sad teenager, and the book is about an incredibly sad man. I was like, yes, he's me.
You're like, we see each other.
We see each other.
Yeah.
But it's so good because it's about this guy that like loses touch with his 4 friends. Well, they like shun him. They like, we don't want to be friends with you anymore.
And he's older. Is he older because you were a child, or is he like an actual old person?
He's actually kind of old. He was like, I think he's like mid-30s. So I guess old because I was a child. Old because I was a child.
Yeah, I was like, because you said like it was like an old man. I'm imagining like 70s.
No.
And then I was like, let me actually
he's a middle-aged
check.
Actually. But like, right, they're childhood friends, and they've had this whole thing where like the characters in their name, like they could be shortened to be colors, and so like that's what their nicknames were, like Mr. Blue and Mr. Red and Miss White, Miss Black. But his name didn't do that. Like Sukuru doesn't.
No, it can't
doesn't
be
shorten that way.
Yeah.
And his means like to make or something like that. And the story sort of takes you through their lives as their names sort of dictate, and like how that affected their futures and their fates a little bit too, because he becomes an engineer. And Mr. Red, you know, he's kind of a hothead, like cool guy, like type of thing. But
was Mr. Blue depressed?
I don't remember. I think he was actually.
Did he turn into the sky? Like, I don't know. Do you know what I mean? Where does that future lead?
No, literally. But he like goes to a different college than them, and one day he comes back and they won't talk to him. He's like, I thought we were supposed to hang out. Like, what's going on? They're, you know, screening his phone calls until someone finally picks up and they're like, you have to stop calling us. We are not hanging out with you. We know what you did. And he's like, okay, I won't talk to you again. And so for 20 years.
But what did he do?
He doesn't ask. He doesn't ask until he's like on a date with this woman, and she has that same question where she's like,
what did you do?
Like, what did you do? Like, what you
it
never wanted to know.
Of the Boondocks episode. Like, what did he do to make all these niggas so mad?
Oh, literally. And so she's wrapped up in it, and she's like, I will help you find these people so you can get the answers. And so the story is about
because you need closure. You're not doing well.
Getting the answers.
Okay, wait, what did he do?
One of the girls, Miss White, I think, she had told them that he had assaulted her, but he didn't. She'd been assaulted by someone else, and like in the trauma of it all, she
thought it was him.
Thought it was him.
Oh my gosh.
And so they had hated him for that. He never knew, and he sort of gets his closure, but like she dies, and so he never gets to actually directly talk to her
oh
in the
my
future
gosh.
about it either. It's just sort of passed around as he meets the rest of them. So yeah, it's
that sounds like actually a really good book. I should like read it. I should read it. There's an era where like I think my senior year in college and then the year after that where I started reading books that I either read as a child or I meant to.
Yeah.
Like The Giver. I was like,
oh my gosh, yeah.
I had read The Giver, but I was like, let me actually, and also The Giving Tree. Maybe it was just books that had giving. I needed something to give. Yeah, I was like going back and like I reread some of my childhood like faves. Yeah. It was really cute.
Oh my gosh, no, I love doing stuff like that. Like I read this really fucked up book as a child that I was like, I still have, and so I was like, let me reread it to see how it's still fucked up.
What book?
It's called Silent to the Bone. It's a children's book.
That name is chilling.
And it's about this kid who goes mute after his sister, there's an accident and she ends up in like a coma, and they're like, you did it, you have to tell us what happened, but he goes mute, so like they can't talk to him, and so it's his best friend is like trying to come up with a communication system to try to figure out what happened. And then he's like doing his own investigation along the way. And so he's, you know, talking to the babysitter and he's talking to the parents, and they're coming up with codes until they finally figure out what happens. And then I think, I think at the end he's really still familiar a little bit, but yeah.
Yeah, that sounds really familiar. I wonder if I read it. I don't remember.
I don't know.
I read Great Expectations when I was 11 years old.
What?
Didn't need to do that. I didn't know who Charles or Dickens was. I found the book. I was like a younger sibling, and my siblings were like in high school when I was in elementary school.
Yeah.
I would steal their books.
Okay.
I read yeah, like I read Othello for no reason, 6th grade, and like I would read anything that they had. I also read some I Am Right. I read like The Fountainhead and stuff like that. Thank God I turned out mixed reviews, but like thank God I turned out somehow okay. Because I was reading, like, yeah, I ended up reading 3 of Ayn Rand's books, and then I think I did my Googles, and I was like, she a weird one. This book is not what I thought it was about. We did not take the same lessons. Yeah, I think being foreign and being a child really helped me because I would just ignore all of that. Like,
all of her.
I'd be like, "That's mean. You shouldn't be so isolated, and the world should not be dependent on your individual interests. And like the collapse of society should not be fine if you're making money." Yeah. But welcome to Are You New Pod. Hi, everybody.
Hi.
I'm Kalkidani Jamo, your host. Thank you for joining us today. And today I have the beautiful, my former neighbor, incredibly talented, all around cool babe, Skyler. You can share if you want your last name or not. I let the people decide.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't care. It's pretty basic. It's Murray.
What's up, Skyler Murray? Hello, welcome.
No, that was such a nice intro. Like, oh my God.
No, you're so insanely talented. You're so cool. As Skyler and I lived in this really, really cute, adorable brownstone, me for many, many years with my roommate and her with her roommates. Yeah. And the building was so cute because we had a group chat with the name of the building. Yeah. And then it would like rain or storm and we'd be like, hey, like, you know, if you have flooding, you guys can come up to the 3rd floor. And they're like, oh yeah, if like lightning strikes the 5th floor, you guys could come down.
Literally.
It was really good. Or like one of our neighbors would be like, hey, I'm coming from the airport and I ordered food. Can someone hold it? It's really adorable. Shout out.
I still miss that rooftop.
We had the cutest rooftop. And by the way, cute like for us, not in any way actually aesthetically cute.
No.
It was the top of a random brownstone. It wasn't meant to be a rooftop.
No. But someone they zhuzhed it up a little bit.
The gays that used to live on the 2nd floor literally built that out for funsies. They put down is it logs? What is it? They put down planks.
Yeah.
Yeah, they put down planks and raised it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then they made little side seats for no reason. And then they ended up moving before they even got a real use of it. Like they put up gardens. It was so adorable. And we took full advantage of that.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. Okay. We were talking before coming here. You went to Gov Ball.
Yes.
Are you a festival babe?
Honestly, no, but this year,
yes.
Maybe.
Like maybe.
I will be at Warped Tour this year, and I'm going to Lollapalooza.
Oh my, where? Lollapalooza, where?
Yeah, Lollapalooza's in Chicago.
Okay, cool.
So very Chicago. Cute. So go to Long Beach, have a day to myself, fly back to Chicago, party again. You know.
That's great. Okay, yeah, you're really having a festival. A concert. You know what? Last year was like that for me. It was like just like a concert somewhere.
Yeah.
I was at all the concerts, which is funny because I had seen like 2 live shows before of musicians. Very cute. Give me your top 3 Gov Ball performances.
Top 3 Gov Ball performances.
I know, strict, but tell me.
Okay. I really loved, obviously, Hozier.
Yes.
He was like, that was my main reason. I'm like, I gotta go see him. Absolutely.
So Hozier performed. He was so sick, you guys. He was his nose was fully red. You could see it from across. Oh. Yeah, and like he was like, my whole band came down with like a virus. He had hot tea that he was chugging in between, and then still trying to talk to us. His voice was gone, but somehow his singing voice, my God.
No, truly, like...
It was incredible.
Incredible.
Still, like, how? Yeah, I would have been hospitalized, unfortunately. Like, I simply would be like, I
just know he crashed. Like, after the show ended and they were back on it, he crashed. Like,
so
absolutely.
Hard. The fact that he also has a monologue, I think, at most of his concerts where he, like, talks about social activism and democracy and, like, free Palestine and all of that, right? he still gave it. It was like a 5-minute speech at least, like a 5 to 7 minute speech about like the importance of democracy and like movements and everything. He still like he made his voice clear somehow for that moment, and I was like, I feel so bad because you must be dying. Like your throat is screaming at you,
literally.
Yeah,
but
he was great. He was great.
Big ups to Andrew. Love him, like
Hey, Andrew.
Other performances, I really loved T-Pain. He
I didn't see T-Pain, but I'm so jealous because you got to see him do the twirl, right?
He did the twirl. He was so good.
I'm so happy for him. I love him.
No, it was so fun. And I'd been trying to go see T-Pain like all of last year. Like he was in New York. Like
same.
He was like in New York like 3 times. Could not go any single time. I was like, I will see him. I will see him like
by force.
By force. Like I was up in the front. I'm like, I'm here. I'm here.
That's so cute. I feel like he's such a fun performer.
Yeah.
I haven't seen him, but like he's T-Pain. He's a cutie patootie.
No, he was definitely having fun up there. And it was just such a great energy too.
Yes.
I'm glad the crowd was like with it. Because sometimes you'll see like videos of like at Coachella or like other concerts and like no one's dancing.
No, I really
no one's
hate
having fun.
I take it so personally. Like I'm like I know the performer probably doesn't take the shit personally, but I'm like, you're actually hurting my feelings. I'm pissed off because this is a banger.
Or even when they like get mad at you for dancing and having fun and like what,
you get like a random side eye. Like I'm like, oh my god, no, you're better. You're so cool. You're not moving anything. Wow, because you're just so cool.
Yeah, like it gets me tight, and I'm like, you can do that for T-Pain. And so luckily, the people around me, like they were great. They were vibing. And then my third, okay, it's kind of a tie between Olivia Rodrigo because I don't really listen to Olivia Rodrigo. Like, I'm not one of the
Rodrigo heads. I don't know.
I don't know what her fans are called.
The olive tree, like.
Like, I had meant to listen to her album before we went, so, like, I had a couple songs in my pocket.
Yeah.
But, like, it was still such a fun show. I was like, wait, like, maybe actually I should listen.
I heard it was really good. Yeah.
Really,
I heard her performance was so much fun.
I was like, ooh, okay. Like, maybe I should tune in. Like, maybe you guys are onto something.
Yeah.
So, a tie between her and Royal Otis. I don't know if you've heard of them.
I hadn't. And then they were performing and I was like, oh my God, I would have had a crush on that lead singer when I was 15 years old. I would have ate that up.
Oh, absolutely.
Ate that up. But they were so good. I was going to say, I'm like, the white boys are back.
Okay, this was...
that was your series on Instagram. I was like, no, they really are back.
I'm like...
The white boys are creating bands again, boys.
Like... And that's what we needed, I think.
We did. Society did need, because they were getting involved into activities that were just dark. No, like they were fully going into the dark arts.
Like, please lose your SoundCloud login, put down the like bass drum machine, like
put down the podcast mic.
Literally pick up guitar,
please,
find a garage, please.
3 of your closest friends.
3 of your closest friends. Like, you don't even have to sound that great.
You
like,
don't. You actually don't.
It's not the heart. It's not the, like...
It's necessary. Yeah.
But it really was that weekend where it was just, like, it was really good for indie. It was really good for rock.
It really was.
Like, one of my favorite bands, or my new favorite bands, is Dog Park.
Ooh.
And they're kind of, like, they're low level. They were like super early on the set list on Friday.
God, that's so cute.
But like they're doing I think they're on tour. They're kind of doing the festival circuit too, and I'm like, this is what we need because it's just a group of white boys,
just
with their guitars, with their drums, and it's like, I've been needing this. I'm like, who is my 2020s Weezer? They might be it. They might be it. You heard it here first. Dog Park,
groundbreaking,
like,
quack, breaking news.
I know.
I will listen to them because
the music is so good.
Yeah,
like I got hooked immediately.
Amazing. Because I had also not heard of like Mount Joy.
You know what? Me neither. But my friend loved them, and then everyone in the crowd going crazy for them. I was like, damn, I didn't know they had hitters like that.
No, I was like, oh my God.
But it was such a good show. Like,
it was very cute. Them, mind you, I called them Mountain of Joy, and then I was calling Royal Oats the Otis Boys. And that's just my name for them. Literally the whole day I was like, I really like those Otis Boys. To the point that I was trying to look them up on Spotify. I was like, I don't think it's the oldest boy. Like, I feel like that might have been a work of my imagination. Yeah. No, there was a lot of like really good indie performances.
Yeah, I was surprised.
Yeah.
Happily.
Yeah.
I'm like,
the crowd was also just like really cute and adorable. So many babies.
so many children.
Which also makes me happy because, yes, get them outside the house. I just am very pro any, at this point in life, I'm pro most activities that are getting people to interact, to socialize with each other, because we don't have to. Essentially, we live in a world where that could just like go away.
Yeah.
And then like deal with the tension of being with other people, like being around strangers and navigating that, you know? It's good. It's healthy for society. So go live shows.
Truly.
Also,
Honestly.
everybody do go to live shows. It's really cool. It's like life affirming. It's very cute.
No, it really is. When it was from raining during the wallows, I like the most alive I've ever felt in like the last 5 years.
You're like,
Maybe.
wow. It's the first time I actually felt a feeling since the pandemic.
Really, like that was great.
Amazing. Shout outs to honorable mention. I didn't see Tyler the Creator, but I heard his set was really good from some friends. And then Ray, you blew me away. I love you so much. Heart, you're my favorite. Yeah, really good. I only went to the Sunday show. Yeah. And shout outs to the oldest boys and the Mountains of Joy. We love the white boys picking up a drumstick. Stay in that lane, actually. Okay, cool. And today's topic, we're here for first time experiences. Sky's gonna tell us about her first writing fellowship.
Yeah.
Okay, first of all, how recently was this?
Oh my God, like literally so recent.
2 days ago.
The fellowship started, I think, in April.
Okay.
And it was 6 weeks long.
Okay.
And then we concluded with a live reading at the end, which was literally like 2 weeks ago.
Okay. I saw like an excerpt video. Maybe I could tag it to this actually if you want to send it to me.
Yeah.
I can
absolutely.
add it to the end of the podcast. Okay. So how did would you describe yourself as a writer?
I would. I'm trying to use that title more.
You should.
When I not introduce myself to people, but when they're like, "Oh, what do you do and what do you like?" And I'm like, "I'm a writer." Like
you are a writer.
Trying to put that out into the universe, make sure that's acclaimed and manifested for myself.
Yes.
So yes, I think I would describe myself as a writer.
I agree. You are a writer. Yeah. I had to I learned that early on. I don't know. I think I was like maybe in theater class or whatever where we were talking and the conversation was like somebody was like, "Oh yeah, like I am pursuing like acting and like I'm trying to be an actor, whatever." And there was, I think it was Scott. There was a teacher, maybe Scott Reed, who was like, "No one is gonna give you that title. You have to give yourself like you are an actor because that is what you do." And like also maybe Caroline, I forgot exactly which teacher, but like, and then I realized from that, I was like, yeah, that's so true. It's not like you get a number of roles and then that's what makes you an actor. Yeah. And it's the same with writing. Like any creative thing, if that's the thing you do, that's what you're passionate about and that's what you're pursuing, that's what you are. Like there is no honor that somebody is going to bestow on you with the title. So
no, that's so true, honestly. And I know it's one of those things too where like I've always have been interested in writing too, like as a kid. Like I was one of those kids that, I had a different job I wanted to do like every couple weeks. But the thing that stayed the same was that I'd be like, oh, like I want to be a computer scientist and an author. I want to be a doctor and an author. I'm like, I could just write a book while I'm doing whatever. Like that's chill.
That seems very cool and chic.
Literally.
Yeah. I was like, yeah, I'm going to be a neurosurgeon. And an author.
Literally, like I would carry around a notebook with like my little story ideas and like characters and things too, where I was just like, yeah, like that's honestly why I got into journalism. I was like, okay, how do I do writing? And how do I get paid for it though?
Because like I haven't heard too many things about how you make money in this. Yeah. That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
So how did you come across this fellowship program?
Instagram.
Oh.
No, literally.
What is it called?
It's Writers Club New York.
Okay.
So they do monthly meetups and like monthly meetings. And this is their first like fellowship cohort.
Got it.
Spring like salon thing. This is their first time trying it out. And I had been following them on Instagram for a while to like, worked myself up into like going to one of the meetings actually. And, like I had never been to any of their events. But then I saw their posts where they're like, hey, we're accepting submissions and like applications for this thing. I was traveling. I was like on my iPad trying to like fill out my thing and like edit my like excerpt and everything to like submit.
And what did you have to submit? Were you submitting something that you would be working on for the fellowship?
Yeah, that was part of it, where it's like it has to be something that you're currently working on. 10 to 15 pages.
Screenplay, book, like a regular play. Was there any requirement?
It was like it could be short stories, it could be a novel that you're working on, it could be poetry. Anything like that. It just had to hit the page requirements for
got
things.
Got it.
And it was actually really surprising. A lot of the people that got accepted were working on novels. I think there were only a couple people working on short stories for this one, which I don't know. I feel like whenever I hear like cohorts or fellowships, like I feel like people are mostly working on short stories.
Because it's something you can get accomplished in within that time period.
Like, leave with like a completed piece, and like that feels validating and fulfilling in that sense. But there were so many people like or novels, and I was like, yeah, like I love that.
What was yours? Was it a short story or a novel?
It's a novel.
Skyler, that's amazing.
I was so excited.
That's so cool.
I think short stories are so hard to write. Honestly.
Yeah. I think in the same way, because I think in long form. I don't even I had a hard time with TikTok because I was I don't like consuming short form things.
Yeah.
I prefer TV shows over films because you stay with character. And my favorite form of storytelling is books because it's the longest period I feel like I spend with characters. So I get it. Like, so people who can like do a complete story in a short story form, I'm like, wow.
Like, how did you do that?
My brain. Couldn't be me. Yeah. Okay, so you're doing a novel.
The novel.
Was it something that you'd been thinking about for years, or was this something that like you started working on more recently, like the idea for the novel?
For this one, for the piece I submitted, was more recent. Like there's a couple ideas or things almost being written simultaneously a little bit, with one of them being something that like this is an idea I've had for years, like since high school, that I kind of always wanted.
Yeah.
But this one was more recent. And was sparked by actually sort of a short story I wrote in high school too. Like your junior year, senior year, we would do like vocab words for like SAT, ACTs. And so my like English teacher would have us do like free writes using whatever our vocab word of the day was.
That's actually really cute.
It was really nice. And so the novel is sort of an iteration of that old piece, because like I remember I was just thinking of like, okay, like I want something new. Like I know I have this idea from the back of my head that I've always wanted to work on, but like maybe I need something new to just get the juices flowing. And I'd remembered I had that story like saved in my Google Drive like way back.
Yeah. Go back to the emails from so many months ago. Yeah.
And I found it and I reread it and I was like, ooh, this definitely sounds like
I was in high school.
Right. It definitely sounds like I wrote this in 15 minutes. But the core of the story I thought was still really interesting.
Yeah.
Where I think our vocab word was absolution.
Okay, absolution. We love.
Truly.
Yeah.
And so it was about this man who was an alcoholic. He was kind of a drunk. He gets kicked out of a bar at the end of the night, and it's dark and there's no one around, and he sees this girl kind of just sat under the street light. She is alone, looks like she needs help. And he's like, maybe this can be the one good thing I do or one good thing I have in my life kind of thing.
Yeah.
And he like helps this girl, and unbeknownst to him though is that she's testing him.
Ooh.
That she's this like
it's
entity.
giving hidden camera.
Literally.
She's an entity, okay. She's like a spirit.
Yeah, to see if he actually is a good person or not.
Yeah.
But he starts patronizing her, and he's misogynistic, and he gets kind of scary in his like drunkenness and everything.
I thought he was going to hell.
No.
Oh my God.
No.
That sounds like dating in New York.
And like they're walking and they're like talking during this whole thing as she's like trying to know him, and they end up at this like high school like football field, and she's like, okay, we've reached the end now. And he's like, what are you talking about? Like, what's going on? And she's like, you haven't shown me that you could be a good person. You haven't shown me your true character, or you've shown me your true character, and I don't think you have
It's terrible.
you have the ability to change. And she's like, what? Like, he's so confused, and he's all this, and his wife comes from behind the bleachers.
As they do.
And he's like,
wives come from bleachers all the time.
Exactly.
Yes.
And she's like, oh, I prayed that you would like get better for us, him and his wife
family.
and daughters. Like, and it never did. And finally, some God heard my answers, and it's the woman that's been testing him this whole time. She's some, I don't know, like, I was reading this 15
an
minutes, but like,
entity,
entity,
yeah.
God, but like someone finally answered my prayers, and she said she would help me, and she would test you to see if you really could be a better person, and you haven't shown that. And so he starts crying, and he's like, no, I swear I'll be better. Like, I'll stop the gambling, I'll stop the drinking, like, I'll be there for you guys. And this is where the entity is like, no, your tears do not absolve you. Me using my vocab word.
You see that? I was waiting for it. I was like,
word.
where's the absolution? She said, your tears will not absolve you. Cheers.
And so she kills him, obviously.
Okay.
And then this goddess demon entity is like, well, don't forget your end of the deal. Like, I'll be back in a couple of years. And like, that's where the story ends. To the wife?
Oh,
and that's where the story ends.
That's juicy. I like it. I mean, I guess R.I.P. to that man. That man met the end he was gonna meet.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's really good.
Thank you. I'm like, wait, like this is kind of
There's
like,
something
I'm like,
here.
there's something here. And so it's sort of became like the new iteration of it is this exploration of this dad and daughter relationship.
Okay.
I always like to pitch it as sort of like, when you're like 12, you're 13, like you're that precipice of like child into like teenageness, adulthood almost, or not adulthood really, but like,
But teenagers, like you're like a self-awareness in a real way. Yeah.
And, as a kid, you idolize your parents, right? Like you love them, they can do no wrong, they're your superheroes, but then you get to that age where you start being self-aware and
you're
you kind
like,
of know
wait a
the
minute.
world, and like you realize that they're kind of just people.
Yeah.
And they might be people with flaws.
Yeah.
And they make mistakes, and they might be bad people, and
They might.
you have to sort of come to terms with like that previous version of them in your heads with like what you know now. And so that story kind of takes place in that time,
space.
in that space.
Wow. That sounds, I think that's the thing, like, that awakening around that time. It's when you realize, it's around, like, you realize the first step is that your teachers have a life outside of the school. Because for so much of your childhood, the teachers only exist in the school. And then, like, there's a moment where you're like, my teacher has a life. I saw her at the grocery store. That was jarring. She eats food. That's wild.
Literally,
And then it takes like a couple more years where you're like, my parents, huh? There's some things there. I'm not sure. Are they the best people?
No, literally. And so the main character, she kind of goes through that. It's the summer between like middle school and her starting high school.
Oh, wow.
And her dad.
So she's like 13.
Yeah, she's like 13. And her parents are kind of separated. The dad's a drunk. He's kind of a mess. He's like kind of absent. But he meets this woman and he starts to change. But then things are like haunting him. He feels kind of cursed, and she's the only one noticing, right? The
daughter?
Yeah. It's like she can see ghosts, and so she can tell that there's something wrong with this woman that's come into his life. And so it's kind of up to her on if she saves him.
Okay, cool.
Like, can she do it? Does she want to? Does he deserve to be saved?
The moral dilemma of a 13-year-old.
Yeah, like where you're like kind of old enough to recognize that there's something wrong here, but you don't know if you can actually fix it. Yeah. If it's something that is up to you to fix too, like that questioning. And so like that's kind of where
that's really cool. Now. Okay. Oh wow. I'm excited for you to finish it. It sounds amazing. Okay, so the fellowship program was 6 weeks. Did you guys meet in person?
We did. We would meet in a little like
Cafe?
workspace. It was like
Okay.
a like community workspace in Chinatown.
Like
Every
once a
Monday.
week?
Yeah.
Okay, cute.
Every Monday. And the goal of like the fellowship too, right? You come in with your piece.
Mm-hmm.
And the idea is that like by the end of the 6 weeks, you have this chapter or so like right where you want to. And so we started. For me, I had the prologue to a novel that I really wanted to get down packed. Like I like beginnings, and so like I really like to have the beginnings.
Same.
Like
I always loved like essay writing.
Yeah,
my introductions always ate down.
Yes,
the number of times I didn't have a conclusion. I literally cannot believe I was like in AP Lang and Lit. The number of papers I fully was like, and that's the end. It's over because I'm stopping the sentence now. And like I still got away with it somehow because my introduction was so strong. Carried the whole essay.
No, like I was, because teachers, they would tell you too. They're like, oh, you can just come back because then you'll, like, after you've written it, because you know what should be in there. And I'm like, no. The introduction,
I actually can't come back.
Like, no, the introduction, that is my outline. That is my plan. Like, that has to be
Chef's
good
kiss.
first before I can do anything else.
I know people who would, like, have a conclusion before they had anything else.
Like,
and I'm like, now to the end you want to go. I don't even know where I'm going.
I don't know where I'm
I'll
going
be
yet.
Michael Scott. Like sometimes I start a sentence and I just hope I get there. Yeah, like no, introductions are it's like universe building.
Yeah.
That is those are the bones.
It's the bones. So like it sets the tone for the whole thing. And so like I really wanted my prologue to feel complete and like it sort of preps the reader for what kind of comes next. So like it had the prologue and then it had the first couple pages of like the first chapter was my excerpt that we worked on.
Okay.
And so like that was my goal, was like, does this make sense starting here with this almost omniscient narrator fairy tale-esque vibe to it, and then we switch to a different perspective where like you're following your daughter, and like does this transition work? Is what I wanted to work on. And so like that's what my feedback was geared towards, right? It wasn't just, oh, like I like this or I didn't like this. It was, oh, okay, I see what you're trying to do here. Maybe we could do it this way so that it gets to the tone and the vibe that you want.
Where you want to go.
Which was really delightful because I was so nervous.
Yes.
so nervous.
So was that the first time you were like sharing like actual writing work with a group of people?
Yeah.
Because I was gonna say like going into it, what were your like fears, but also what were you like excited about?
Yeah, I mean, like I was like, I've shared my writing with my friends. Yeah, of course, just to be like, hey, like what does this sound like? And then like my friends are creative people too, and like the other arts, which is like really nice. And like I know that they'll always tell me what they like and they don't like, but sometimes I get worried that
you're lying to me, aren't you?
You're lying to me. I'm like, you're my friend, so you're kind of like obligated to like not be as direct.
Exactly. Or like we're like massaging the truth of like there's a level of like it's not worth hurting your feelings. So like you could just be like, it's okay.
Truly. So I was just like, ooh, like these are strangers. They don't really owe me anything. Like I don't think they'll necessarily be mean, but like they, there's nothing in it for them to butter me up.
Exactly.
About it. So like I was kind of nervous about that, about getting like real true feedback. But I thought that was also exciting because I'm like, I've never had that before. And same with just having a group of people who are writing
working on
and doing the thing that I want to do. Like I said, my friends are all creative people, but like, they want to do screenplays or like work in TV, or like they're more painting and ceramics. And so like it was really exciting, the thought of having, a little community, a little group of writers where I could say, hey, oh man, this sentence is doing blah, blah, blah. And like,
they'll be like,
they'll understand and they'll be like, oh, actually this is what I do. And I'm like, wow, okay, cool.
What? Okay. So within that, like was there like unexpected things that you learned either about yourself whilst doing this or from other writers whilst being in the fellowship?
Oh, yeah. I think one of the things that, I don't know if I learned it necessarily. I guess it kind of reaffirmed it that like My favorite part kind of is the editing.
Really?
Also, like
Liking editing is a bold and brave
I know.
choice.
But like also, shout out to my like journalism background because like that was also my favorite part too was like editing the pieces more so than writing them.
This is polar. I should not be left alone if I write anything to edit it. I will delete the entire thing. I'm so like my brain. I'm literally like I will read a sentence that makes me angry, and I'm like, this entire thing has to dissolve from existence.
No.
Like I have to make it so it has never existed. Because why would I put two sentences together like that? Yeah, and so like I'm fascinated by people who like locked into the editing and who enjoy that process.
Because there's a balance you kind of have to strike where you're like you don't want to change someone's story, right? But you want to make it make sense or show them where it could go.
Yeah.
And so like I like that the sort of puzzle piece aspect of it of like, oh, let's move this paragraph here actually. Or like, ooh, maybe we need to expand here that I really like.
And you could apply it to yourself.
And I could apply it to myself.
Because I think the beauty of what you're saying now, it's like you're taking judgment just out of the equation. Like that's not what it is. And I think a lot of people have a hard time looking at their own work or even other people's work with an eye of like, this is a puzzle. It's not like a good or bad. It's just that like a thing that gets worked on and sorted and refined. Kind of like like working with gems, you know? You're just like, oh, this is rough and we're going to figure it out. And so, the fact that you can apply that to your own work without being like...
like I think that was really helpful because I like... Unfortunately, like I know the saying is like your first draft is not going to be your best draft, right? The first draft is always going to be like the worst thing you've ever written, but you just have to complete it. But I get so stuck on like making sure it's good.
What if the first draft was the perfect draft, and then we can figure it out?
No, because like I used to not edit anything. I was also like essays in like high school, and this I'm like. I would procrastinate so bad that I wouldn't have time to edit. I would just have to like write it and submit it. And then they would do well. So like I never got like the repercussions.
Same.
To force me to change my ways.
Exactly. I was rewarded for my terrible behavior.
My terrible behavior.
Yes.
So like I never really gotten into a good place on doing that with my own work. It's just kind of like, this is what it is. So like I've got to do it as I'm writing it.
Yeah.
I can't just write it and have it be back and go back. But being in a space where like that's all we're doing, it's just going back and relooking and working. I was like, oh shit, okay, like
it teaches you that discipline. That's really cool. And then working with other people, you said that like it was really cool to be in space where everyone is kind of pursuing the same kind of art. Having people's perspective and like other people's opinion, was that overwhelming at some points, or was it just like, this is all helpful? Because I think it also like there's a level of discernment you have to have where you don't let so much influence your work. So how did you navigate that? Yeah,
it definitely was a little overwhelming. Because like at the most, like I'd maybe let three other people read anything I'd written before.
And so how many people were this?
I think there was 8 of us total. Yeah. And then there were 2 like facilitators, like people like running it. And they would also give feedback too. So and I had signed up for like the first week to like go and get everything read, which I was just like let me get it out of the way, like let me know. Yeah. Because if I let it sit, like I'm gonna work myself up into like a nervous mess. Yeah. So like let's just get it out of the way. And so it was a little overwhelming because like we were kind of going around the table being like, oh, like I like this piece and this is or like, but like actually listening to them talk through it and like also it was a discussion too, right? It wasn't just this is what I like or don't like and this is what you need to do. It's kind of like, oh, like, where are we going here? And like, what's going on there? That I could like explain to them my thought process too. And they can be like, oh, okay, knowing that maybe you could do this to like make that more clear, or do this, So like, as the conversation kept going, it was a lot easier. What got really overwhelming was getting everyone's like, because we would do like printouts so people could like make edits and like write and annotate. And so that was really overwhelming, like reading their thoughts.
Yeah. and you really shared your full opinion.
Yay! But like, it didn't have anyone's names on it either, so you can't like...
Oh, the anonymous.
Yeah, so like, you can't like attach it to other people either. And it really is just a like, okay, like this is what it is.
This is the work. I'm so nosy. I'd be trying to figure out people's handwritings.
Yeah.
I'd be like, oh, so you don't want... Okay, that's good.
But with that, because when it came down to like submitting my final piece for like the live reading and everything, I really took the time to go through everyone's annotations, sort of like page by page, write them all out, see where the
commonality,
like what things kept popping up in people's feedbacks to know what I should work on. And then it made it easier to digest too, for like what things I wanted to take in and what things I wanted to not take in, where I'm like, I can see your point and what you're trying to say here, but like, I believe it's necessary for whatever reason. And this is my story. So
this is my story.
Like, I'm going to do that.
So, yeah. No, that's a really smart way to do it.
It was a little overwhelming, but like, the more I read through everyone's thoughts and the more we talked like around the table, it got a lot easier.
You know, like there are people who have fantastic ideas who are not great at writing them out. Yeah. I think figuring that out is also...
No, that's so real, because it really is. I like the craft and like the technique aspect of writing too, which that was something we had a conversation about during our like fellowship too, was that like there's so many people who want to be like vibey writers, like everything's all atmospheric. It's almost stream of consciousness-esque, and it's just like it's for the vibes more than anything. But like, I love really getting into a book and seeing a writer use a certain technique and like being able to call that out and be like, whoa, where I love a good vibey book and like contemporary.
Actually, I read so much romance. Of course, I love a good vibey. You know what I mean?
But it's so nice to get into a book that's kind of meaty and like it's clear that like the writer themselves care about literature and like truly the craft of writing. Like, I think there's something so interesting about that like not as many people do anymore. Yeah. Or it's harder to get unless you're really in the trenches of like books and like publishing world.
Unless you're really in the book scene.
Unless you're really in the book. Yeah. Like
I
no
think
book talk
like
around here. No, I'm kidding. But
one of my favorite writers is Chimamanda Ngozi because she loves writing. It comes out in her essays. It comes out in her novels. Like, you can tell this is somebody who is like, who has studied the skill and like values the skill and like brings that skill, and like every word feels so intentional. Every structure, like sentence structure, feels so intentional, and like it's beautiful and it's elegant and purposeful, and that's like. That's so cool. Like, that's so important. That's so important. And like the vibey writers, like, what's her name? Colleen Hoover. Vibes. Hey, girl, you know you're a vibey writer. Do you think they know? Do you think vibey writers know they're vibey? Do you think they don't know? Do you not know? You don't know?
I think they don't know. Or like, that's the thing where it's like I love a good fan fiction.
Yes.
And I think there are some fan fiction writers that are like
decent.
They care about the craft, they care about the writing. And then I think there's some that are just, they like the topic, so they wrote what they wanted to write. And then we have published authors who are very much the same, where they had an idea and they liked it, and so they're like, okay, we'll
and
write
somebody
it.
liked, and there, because at the end of the day there will be an audience for that.
There will be,
So which to say, I mean, I think in a way that's beautiful, right? Like, both can exist. We're not sat here being like, don't be a vibey writer, because that also serves a purpose.
Because I love a story that kind of goes nowhere, says nothing. I love a movie that
Yes. Yeah.
says nothing, goes
Again,
nowhere. Like, truly.
there is an audience. It is necessary because it's really not everyday academics. It's not everyday literature.
No.
Yeah. So the vibey writers have a place. I think I will say though, we have too many. I think it's too disproportionate. And that's fine too. We need to tackle it. I understand that we have an entire generation of people who can't read. The vibey writing is not helping that situation because that also, it lacks the necessity of critical thinking. I feel like I'm on my soapbox. But like, it's okay. It is what it is. Again, I read predominantly vibey writers.
And I only say that, or like bring it up to say, is that like when I think of myself as a writer and like think of my like childhood dream to be a writer, like I want to be someone that like, I don't know, like I want them to read my books like in schools. Like I want people to be like, oh wow, like
you want to be in the English classes.
I want to be in the English classes.
Honors English, imagine.
Right?
Yeah. Because those are that's how you probably like fell in love with writing.
Yeah, no, literally. And there's something about, I don't know, being able to string a sentence together that's like so beautiful. It's that I could never really do speaking wise. Like I'm not like the best talker by any means. Like writing was always my outlet. Like I could always write better than I could like think or say whatever it is that's on my mind. And so like being able to have that in a more, I guess, professional, very like technical way feels, I don't know, it feels rewarding, or it feels like fulfilling to be.
Did you journal when you were growing up a lot?
No. So I was a problem child because I would still not use my words in that way.
I refused. I said my emotions will never be traced. You can't find them. It only lives inside me and you wouldn't understand.
No, literally. Me and my therapist talk about this a lot.
You're such an emo kid. It's so funny. It's so funny. It's great though.
It's great material now.
Great material now. No. Like oh my God. Like having a teen like that. I don't know what I would do because I speak so much. So if I had a child that just was like not talking, I'd be like, hey man, you gotta say something. Like in a journal, and you can paint how you're feeling. Like you need to do something because are you okay? Yeah.
No,
But you had like just writing as an outlet.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
It'd come out of my essays and teachers would be like, are you okay, sweetie? And I'm like, yeah, what are you talking
about? Oh my God,
about?
like, this is just like so random. I just thought of it.
It's like this creative writing piece was actually kind of scary.
Like,
you okay?
Okay, we're just gonna call a few people. You're doing so good though. Don't worry about it. Yeah. And I think like we were just talking about the books you're interested in. Even that like makes so much sense.
Yeah.
Even the story you're writing, it's like it kind of touches on there's a self-isolation theme in the things that you were like drawn to. Where like a lot of internal conflict rather.
Oh yeah, like I think the pieces that I'm kind of working on or that I am workshopping, I see them as sort of not autobiographical by any sense because they're obviously fiction and there's a lot of supernatural elements and like the pieces that I want, but like the feelings that the characters are expressing are ones I very much have gone
felt
through and like this is almost me resolving them.
Yes.
Like, right, it feels like cathartic, right?
Yes.
To write it out in that way and be like, oh, this is how the story ends, whether or not that's how it ended for me in terms of feelings.
It's like meditative.
Yeah.
Of like experience. Yeah. That's really like that. It reminds me a lot. You've read A Wrinkle in Time?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Your story it's because it's a father-daughter like a conversation. It reminds me a lot of that. One of my favorite books actually from that era. So well done. Shout outs to Madeline L'Engle. I actually loved so many of her books.
Yeah.
She raised me.
Oh.
You wouldn't think I was raised by a white woman, but here I am. Yeah. I see like the theme. But like it's also cool because you have such a clear voice because of that.
Mm-hmm.
Which is also, I feel like, something writers struggle with, is finding that voice or like making a strong choice.
Yeah. That's I would like to say that's always been my strong suit with writing, is that I want it to feel believable.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I think when I first considered like, oh, I could be a writer, and then authorship was like in high school, one of my teachers, he had proposed like an independent study where the whole course would be me writing the first chapter of this book, because we'd been talking about, I don't know, some random honestly some story I'd read on Wattpad. But sometimes authors, they'll publish excerpts. On
they would
sites like that.
Yes.
And so I was reading one of those books where like it actually became like a real book.
Yeah. I've read a couple of those actually.
Right.
Yeah. I would read it on Wattpad, not understand, and then like read it. Like I'll check out a couple years later from a library or whatever, and I'm like, am I having deja vu? I swear.
I read this.
I know this. Like a few things have changed, but I swear I know this.
No, literally, I had read that, and when I finished, I was like, oh wait, like this teacher, I'm like, I think this would be really cool, and like this is the type of thing we should teach in class, or we should talk about in class. And so I sent him the link.
I'm dead.
To this piece.
I'm dead.
Email comes back. It's like, I'm on vacation. I'll be back, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, okay, cool.
That's cool.
But then he emailed me back and he's like, oh, like, I'll take a read. Like, this is interesting. Like, thank you. I'm like,
cute.
Okay, nice. And he emailed me back and he's like, whoa, like, this is a really interesting story. And so now we're talking about like the book, and he's like, you know what? You have like he's like, do you write? Like, are you interested in writing? Because like the way you write in your emails is very like, there's a voice here. Like there's a tone here that's like very interesting. And I'm like, yes, like I'm glad you could tell. Actually, me also in love with said English teacher, but like that's a different story.
Okay, yeah, it's okay. Like, I had a psych teacher. Oh my god, I can't say that.
Literally. And then what was actually really terrible, like this is like not funny, but like very darkly funny, is that like at the end of the summer, like right before like next school year started, they had sent a letter home to all the parents being like, we have to inform you that like a teacher has been having a very inappropriate relationship with like a student. And I'm like, oh my gosh, they saw our emails. They saw our emails. God. It's out there. Mind you, we're talking about books.
What do you mean?
We're talking about books.
I mean, to be fair, it was Wattpad. So, like, was it appropriate? I don't know. Links were exchanged. That's a crazy word. Skyler, like, stressed out. Like, oh my God, like, I don't want this for him. It wasn't. It's my fault. Please, free him.
No, truly, I was like, oh my gosh, like, I can't believe I've ruined this man's life. Like,
oh my God. And it wasn't him.
It wasn't him. It was an actual creep of a man that luckily ended up in prison. Honestly, too late, but like they got him eventually.
Oh my gosh. I feel like so many people have that. We kind of had that in middle school. There was a creep. Yeah. Okay, cool. Thank you so much. That was great. Okay, wait. So you did the fellowship, you had the reading. Were you nervous about the reading?
Oh my God, yeah.
Not you were shaking and throwing up.
No, literally in my boots, shaking. Like,
Did you invite friends?
Yeah, they gave us a couple free tickets.
Cute.
And then we could just send the link to whoever. It was a very small space. We did it right at like Dear Friends Books in Bed-Stuy.
Oh.
They've got a cute little backyard space where like they set up everything. But I was so nervous.
Shout out to Dear Friends in Bed-Stuy.
No, literally so cute.
So cute.
But I was so nervous. I was like, ooh, this is already a lot to like let some strangers who eventually became friends.
Yeah. But we were in this together at least.
Well, we were in this together at least. And, like a couple other people had never done public readings either. So like they were also nervous, and like I found comfort in that anxiety there too. But I know I was a drama kid. A theater kid,
if you will.
You know, I took the acting classes like a couple years ago. I was like, I will get through this.
I couldn't disassociate long enough to make through this reading.
Literally. But it was actually really fun. Like, I was nervous. I was really hoping that my voice wasn't going to shake.
Yes.
Either, because that's really like Ooh.
And from the clip I saw, your voice wasn't shaking.
Thank you. Right?
Yes.
I was like, wow.
It sounded really beautiful.
Yeah, like I think the last time I did any sort of like public speaking in like that capacity was high school graduation. Me and this girl, we got tapped to write this like poem dedicated to our
High school?
to our class
Oh.
and everything. And so we had to perform it.
You've been a writer for so long. So long.
And all I remember for that, like I think I blacked out, honestly.
Yeah.
Because all I remember is like starting and like being on stage, and then suddenly I'm like back towards my seat and I'm falling into my seat because my legs are shaking so bad. And my friend's like, "Are you okay?" And I'm like, "I will be." I will be. We'll see.
Wow. Okay, that's amazing. Yeah, from the clip I saw, your voice was steady. It sounded really incredible. I'm so glad I got to know more about like what the actual story is about.
Yeah.
It sounds so exciting. And I can't wait till you continue to like work on it and one
my
day
gosh.
get it published. I think it'll be really neat. Is it more like it's a YA?
It falls
Right?
into that like weird category of like it is about a teenager
Yeah.
in a sense, but I think the themes overall are pretty mature. But I think it would technically
It
be
would be
a YA.
because there was some dark themes in the YAs. A Great Unterrible Beauty. I don't know if you ever read it.
Mm-mm.
Great book. Had me sobbing though. A lot. That series was really good. Okay, cool. I can't wait till one day it's out in the universe.
Oh my gosh.
And
Me either.
and send me the video because then I'll see that. Okay, to that end, instead of playing a game today, I'm actually gonna have you give a recommendation for 3 books
Oh my
that
god.
you could be. Again, you can look at your little list of
Oh,
faves.
my list of faves.
Skylar keeps a list of her favorite like movies and like
No, it's like
books.
I need you to see how long this is.
Oh
it's
my
like
gosh, is
it's
it just your music?
it's music.
Oh
It's
my
got,
god!
like,
Wait,
artists.
can you give us 3 from the all 3 whatever categories you have?
And then we've got movies,
Okay.
which I always say I love a bad movie, a sad movie, and documentaries. Those are
Okay.
that's
your genre.
Those are my
A
my
bad
genre.
movie, bad sad doc.
Yes,
Mhm.
bad sad doc. So I think top 3 movies of like all time.
Yes.
I really love Annie, the 1982 version,
Yes.
Little Orphan Annie.
Oh my god.
Carol Burnett.
Wait, I forgot there was a new one. Yeah.
Yeah, we don't
Shout
talk-
out to
we don't talk about that.
Black Annie.
I mean, like, right? We love Black Annie,
Cool.
but like,
Yeah,
give me the little white girl. I'm
yeah.
sorry.
She ate that. She really
ate
did.
that.
Like the hair alone. Shout out to Daddy Warbucks.
Shout out to Daddy Warbucks.
Okay. Orphan
Um,
Annie. That's so funny and random. Because, wait, low-key though, I loved Oliver Twist. I was an Oliver Twist babe.
Ooh, really?
I loved Oliver Twist. I don't know why. Do you know what I mean? Me
Yeah.
and Oliver Twist had nothing in common at that era. But I was like, oh my God, get him.
No, truly.
Yeah.
My other one, American Honey.
American Honey.
Yeah, that's with Sasha Lane, Riley Keough, and unfortunately Shia LaBeouf.
Okay.
It's also a very
I've not seen it.
really. It's kind of a really long movie, but it's this sort of road trip movie
Yes,
across
I
like the
remember when they were
Midwest.
making it because there was a whole controversy with Shia LaBeouf, to no one's surprise. Yes.
Where this girl, she's like taking care of her siblings a little bit. She's like, half white, half black, and her parents or her mom and like her siblings are really white, and so she feels left out, and they're in the South, and so she ends up joining this traveling magazine sales team of like other just really random down their luck kids. And it's kind of about her becoming an adult and like finding herself kind of across the Midwest. And I think it's really interesting because like the director isn't American, like they're European, and so like it's almost their view of America.
Yeah, it's like Americana-esque
bit.
because of that.
But great soundtrack. Too.
Amazing.
Like literally amazing music for that movie.
Oh, okay, I'll check that out. Check out American Honey soundtrack. You said that because there's I guess now they're called Lady A. Lady Antebellum, they have a song called American Honey.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I wonder if it was used in that. It would be a bit on the nose, but you never know. Okay, the third one.
The third one is Twilight, low-key.
We just talked about Twilight in the episode before this.
I love that.
Yeah, we played a game, and
It's literally, unfortunately,
it's
a
one of the
core
most
part of my
influential
movie.
works of literature we have. Actually, it's true.
But I know the first movie has such a special place in my heart,
Yes.
as it is the most like indie and weird
Mhm,
of all of them. Like
mhm.
before they knew what it was going to become, and
Yes.
like then it becomes all blockbuster and kind of plain, kind of boring.
Mhm.
I don't know, Twilight, your blue screen over everything.
Your blue
The
screen.
one-liners.
Oh my gosh. Just the staring alone. Yeah. I didn't watch it until recently. I refused.
Really?
I
Oh
would
my
not do
God.
it. I read the books and then I was like, okay, cool. I saw the casting list. I said this last episode. I saw the casting list. I said, this is not what I imagined in my brain, so I refuse to watch it. That's just how I work.
No, it's literally amazing. It was actually my grandma and her sisters that got me into
Wait,
Twilight.
that's so
Like they were
cute.
reading all the books together, and like whenever they were finished, my grandma would give me her book.
Shout out to your grandma.
So I would read them with them. She was actually the one that sent me the email link to the leaked Midnight Sun chapters. Like way
Your
back
grandma
in the
was
day.
on it. Also so tech savvy. What do you mean? She
No.
knew where things leaked. To this, even now today, I have to be like, wait, hold on. How do I,
No,
you know?
literally. I was like, oh my gosh, thanks, grandma. Like
Your grandma's a baddie. Shout out.
no, her favorite albums, her like favorite artists are like Ludacris, Lil Wayne. Like she's kind of
She wasn't a regular grandma. She was a cool grandma.
No, literally, that's her.
Yeah. No, she sounds super cool. Okay.
Okay, and then TV shows.
Yes.
We've got kind of two different options for TV shows where it's like ones that I could just watch over and over again versus ones that I think are actually good.
Do your comfort ones.
My comfort ones, okay, Degrassi.
Okay.
I love
First gen.
Degrassi. Catfish, the TV show.
Oh, yes. Yes.
Yes. I have probably watched every single season
That's crazy.
3 times over.
My God. A fat Kelly Price.
Iconic. And Gossip Girl. I love Gossip Girl.
It was actually a perfect show.
Actually, perfect show.
Yes.
We've got food.
No.
Or like cuisines.
No.
No.
Leave that alone.
Ooh.
Leave that alone.
Oh my gosh, you're like, I can't get into it. I can't get into it.
Not for them. Actually, I would do like a whole segment on food one day.
yeah.
I feel like that'd be cool.
And then finally, we've got books. Some recommendations. So I'll go for my like other ones because like Middlesex and Colors, like those are top books, top tier books.
Okay.
Some other ones that I really like are, let's see, The Bean Trees
Mm.
by Barbara Kingsolver.
Okay.
It was one of the few books we read in school that I was like, whoa.
Oh, we didn't read that.
Yeah, it was like...
Was it a short story or like a regular novel?
No, it was a regular novel. I think there's like a sequel to it too.
Okay. The Bean Trees. Okay. And then one last one and then
One
we gotta
last
go.
one, yeah. Let's see. Which one is something I think people should read that are like,
You're like,
yes.
read it.
Oh my gosh. Because you mentioned book series. I'm like, I feel like I read one-offs more often. But one of my favorite book series is the His Dark Materials trilogy by Philip Pullman. It's like The Golden Compass.
Yes.
The Amber Spyglass, and
Yes.
it's the Subtle Knife. I think it's like the last one or something like that. That
You know, I never read it.
I think you should.
But I meant to. I think I will.
I think
I will. Like, it's definitely, like, it was something where I was like, oh yeah, mental note. Because I refuse to have an actual physical list of books I need to read. Terrible, because I forget all the time.
Like, that's one of the ones where it's like, it's a children's novel, but
Yes.
like, there's so much about like religion and morality and fate that you're like, this is dark as shit. Like, Philip Pullman really said, fuck them kids, because
Actually,
he puts them through it.
let's put them in a
Absolutely.
crisis. I feel like the Alchemist series and then like a City of Ember. I don't know.
Oh,
if
yeah.
those were also like very heavy topic for like children's books.
Yeah.
Like, looking back, I'm like, oh, this is like, we're talking about the structure of like society and like morality and stuff.
Yeah.
But again, that's necessary.
But
That's
it's necessary.
important.
Yeah, it's important. And like, I remember reading that. Like, my local library when I was like in 5th or 6th grade had like the omnibus version, so it was all 3 books in one. So it was
That's
like
so cool.
900 pages. And I remember I checked it out from my library and I brought it to school, and my teachers were like, "What the fuck?
Are you okay?
Are you okay?" I'm like,
Yeah.
"No, we."
Incidentally, no. Unrelated though. Yeah. Okay, that's
literally amazing. Yeah, really amazing series.
Cool. Okay, I will write all of these down on the list on the YouTube link, which you should subscribe to. Are You New Pod on YouTube, on social media, on Instagram, TikTok. And you can, I guess, follow me personally at Kalki_-Ijamo on Instagram. Don't worry about my personal TikTok. And you can find Skyler at, what's your socials?
Oh my gosh. Yeah. So my Instagram handle is at Stellar. STELLAR.
Yes.
.pm, because I was in London once and I told him my name was Skyler and he didn't hear me at all. So he wrote Stellar. And that's been my username ever
It's a great one. Stellar PM.
I don't know. I don't really do TikTok, but you can find me on Instagram.
Thank you guys for listening. Again, subscribe, listen, rate us 5 stars on Apple Podcasts, comment, interact. Yay. Thank y'all. Thank you.
No, thanks for having me.